everyone. Welcome to Gracie Mansion. This is the people's house. This is your house, and you are always welcome here. And are my fellow Bajans here? Are my fellow Bajans here? Okay, here we got some. Okay, all right. Is St. Lucia in the house? All right, St. Lucia. Is Jamaica in the house? Trinidad? Belize? Nevis? All right. So, no matter what island you come from, Grenada. All right. You know we could do this all night, right? All night. But we're not going to do that because no matter which island you come from, we're all New Yorkers, right? Yeah. And I want to tell you that's especially true of tonight's honoree, Cicely Tyson. She is a proud daughter of Nevis and of Harlem. Now, Miss Tyson was the first Caribbean actress I remember seeing on the screen who looked like she could be a member of my family. Ever since seeing her in Sounder and then the autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman as a young woman, I craved more. I know it's a party, right? But we got to give Miss Tyson some respect, right? Now, Miss Tyson is a star in the truest sense. Her presence on both the screen and the stage burns so brightly in our souls that we are always left wanting more. But you're not just going to see Miss Tyson in just any role, because the characters she chooses to become, the stories she chooses to tell, reflect the respect that she has for herself, our people, her craft, and her gifts. Now, am I right? Yeah. Now, Viola Davis described her experience watching Jane Pittman for the first time with her sisters as life-changing. To her, it felt like she had been given permission to dream. And that's what Miss Tyson has done for me and for so many other people, and not just other actors. And it's what we as a community must do for one another, especially now. If we are not there for one another, who will be there for us? Who will be there to cheer on our successes and lend support during the tough times, I ask you? Who? That last part isn't so easy, right? Growing up, many of us didn't talk openly about our challenges. Asking for help isn't something most of us do easily. And that's especially true when it comes to mental illness or substance misuse. I hope you know that Bill and I have been doing everything that we can to make it easier for people to talk about these things and let folks know how common the challenges are, and that no one ever needs to feel alone. But we can't change the culture without your help. So can you please help us? Yes. All right. Can you please help spread the word about our newest helpline? It's called NYC Well, and the number is 1-888-NYC-WELL. Can you say it with me? 1-888-NYC-WELL. One more time. 1-888-NYC-WELL. Very good. You know, you or anyone you care about can get help for free. Did I say free? What'd I say? Free? Yeah, free at any time. You can get connected to a trained counselor who can give you information, who can connect you to a trained mental health professional, whatever you need, because we don't want anyone to feel alone and go without the help they need. So can I count on you to get the word out in your communities? I can't hear you. And what's the number? Very good. Very good. So you've passed the test. So I will now call on my love, my parade-going partner, our mayor, Bill de Blasio.
Thank you, Charlene. Welcome, everybody. We are so happy to have you here at Gracie Mansion. Now, it may be a little cold and a little rainy outside, but it's warm in here, right? We are recreating the Caribbean right here in this tent at Gracie Mansion. Everybody, I want you to know we feel such pride in our family. Now, there's me, there's Charlene, there's Kiara, there's Dante. I'm the one who doesn't have Caribbean roots. And they remind me of that all the time, but I'm trying to catch up, you know. I eat as much roti as I can. I never pass up a chance to jerk chicken. I really am trying. So, and some of you may know, I have audaciously participated in the Grace Foods Jerk Cook-Off in Queens several years running. And I don't know anything about cooking, but I try to apply my love of Caribbean culture. And there is so much to love. And this time of year is when we really focus in this city on the fact that New York City would not be the greatest city in the world if it were not for the greatest Caribbean community in the world, in the heart of New York City. So if you like the life and the energy and the flavor and the creativity of New York City, then say thank you to all the nations of the Caribbean who gave us so much. Now, I want to thank, I love all the countries. Tip my cap to the big island, Jamaica, because you always have to, you know, if you don't mention them, they get very upset. But, but I love all the islands and all the peoples, but I have to say, for me personally, a special thank you to Barbados and St. Lucia for sending me the love of my life. And can we just take a moment to appreciate that this strong and proud woman has single-handedly helped the people of this city break down the stigma around mental health and help thousands of people get the help they deserve and they need. Let's thank our First Lady. And I'm going to talk to you for just a moment about this community and about this moment in history. And I'm going to tell you about some of the great folks who are here in attendance. And then I have the best honor of all, which is to bring our honoree forward for all of you. But let me just take a moment on a more somber note. I bet you're like me and you turn on the TV lately the last few days and you just can't believe your eyes looking at what's happening in Texas. And you know the phrase, there but for the grace of God go I. Our brothers and sisters in Texas are going through so much pain, so much doubt, because we don't, you know, the rain's still coming. So we in New York City, we know, we went through Sandy, we've been through a lot. We sent 120 of our emergency personnel down to Texas to help our brothers and sisters in need. And we sent them 75,000 meals to help people who are hungry, because we're supposed to be there for each other, right? We've heard some really tough news from Texas, and we learned just a few hours ago that a police officer in Houston working to save people's lives gave his own life. So I'd like to ask you all, I know it's a joyous occasion, but just a somber moment. Everybody, I'd like to ask a moment of silence on behalf of all those who have been lost in Texas. We need to give our prayers to their families and all those who are suffering now in Texas. Thank you so much, everyone. Now, brothers and sisters, let's get back to appreciating all we're blessed by in this city, and all we're blessed by in this community, and all the wonderful people. And I know so many people are here tonight. So many of you leaders, activists, difference makers, business leaders, job creators, cultural icons, and people who energize this city in so many ways. So I want to thank all of you for what you contribute to New York City. And I want to tell you, behind me, so many great people who helped to make this city great with their work in public service. And a lot of them are proud children of the Caribbean or grandchildren of the Caribbean themselves. I'm going to call them all out. I want you to give them your love and appreciation. First of all, our Deputy Mayor from Panama, Richard Bury. My Commissioner for Small Business Services, Greg Bishop. Commissioner for International Affairs, Penny Abiwardena. Commissioner DCAS, Lizette Camillo. Community Affairs Commissioner, Marco Carrion. Commissioner of Finance, Jacques Giha. Commissioner for the Mayor's Office to Combat Domestic Violence, Cecile Noel. Commissioner for Veteran Services and General, Laurie Sutton. Human Rights Commissioner Arnie Segarra, the Executive Director for the Commission on Gender Equity, Jacqueline Ebanks, the Executive Director of the Gracie Mansion Conservancy, who opens up these doors for us, Paul Gunther, our Executive Director for the Mayor's Office of Special Events that puts on these wonderful events, Carla Matero, thanks to you and your whole team, and the Chief of Staff for our wonderful First Lady. She's a proud daughter of Trinidad, Roxanne John. And special guests, icons of the Caribbean community. I want to first thank a man who's done so much to make the parade and everything around it happen each year. Bill Howard, the president, West Indian American Day Carnival Association. I want to thank Dr. Roy Hastick of Kaki. I want to thank Yvette Rennie of Juve City International, and the mother of Caribbean American political empowerment, Dr. Una Clark. Thank you. The elected officials who are here with us, the district attorney, by the way, first African American woman district attorney in this state, district attorney of the Bronx, Darcel Clark. State Senator Kevin Parker, Assemblymember Rodney Bichot, Assemblymember David Weprin, Councilmember Vanessa Gibson. And are there any Brooklynites in the house? I thought so. It's always a better party when you invite the Brooklynites. Two of the great leaders of the NYPD who protect us in Brooklyn, the Chief of Brooklyn North, Chief Madry, and the Chief of Brooklyn South, Chief Powers. We thank them for their great leadership. And a special thank you, we have representatives of the governments of many of the nations of the Caribbean, to all our foreign dignitaries. We thank you all for being with us. Now, I'll do this very quick. Let me say this. Look what's happening in this city. Look what's happening in this city. Right now, we are, and everyone deserves thanks for these things. We are the safest big city in America. Getting safer all the time, and thank you to everyone who's a part of that, and all the men and women of the NYPD. We have more jobs in this city than any time in our history. Thank you to all the business leaders and the small businessmen and women who helped to create those jobs. We have not perfect harmony, but a lot more harmony than we used to have in the past. And there's one other thing we have. We have the most immigrants in New York City that we've had in 100 years. So we're safer, we're stronger, we're more harmonious. We should say thank you to the immigrant brothers and sisters who helped us achieve all this. And there are some voices in our country right now, some of them in Washington, D.C., some of them live in large houses in Washington, D.C., and they're trying to suggest that immigrants make us less safe and immigrants take away our jobs. Well, come to New York City where immigrants helped us create more jobs and made us more safe. And we as New Yorkers, not only are we going to stand by our values, we have to show this country and this world this is the right way to do things. Everyone together, everyone respected. And so we're proud to celebrate the Caribbean diaspora. We're proud to celebrate what people have contributed. When I think of the Caribbean community, I think of strength, I think of resiliency, I think of creativity, I think of entrepreneurship, everything we want for our city. So whatever happens, and this is very consistent with what Shirlane was saying when she talked about Cicely Tyson, we will not let anyone take from us our pride in who we are. We've had great artists like Cicely Tyson who have been teaching that lesson for a long time. I don't care if even the President of the United States, no one takes from us our pride as New Yorkers, as immigrants, as proud children and grandchildren of the countries we come from. And that's what we celebrate, and that's what we will be celebrating on Eastern Parkway in a few days. Now I get a very special honor. And I'm going to say a few things about her, but I'd like to ask Ms. Cicely Tyson to please come to the stage and join us. We're going to give her a moment. While I'm at it, I have another acknowledgement. Let's thank Congresswoman Carolyn Maloney, who's joined us. Thank her for all she does for us in Washington. I told Cicely her fan club was here. Now, everybody, I want you to recognize, step forward. People want to see you for a moment. Please, see your people. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, this extraordinary actress, she has been at work creating extraordinary things, expressing all that she knows and enlightening us all. She has been doing this for 60 plus years. And there were many times where she was the trailblazer. She was the person who broke down the barrier. She was the person who opened the door. And how many hundreds and thousands of actors and actresses have Cicely Tyson to thank for all that became possible? So we've all seen her in amazing films, amazing television programs, amazing plays. She's won Emmys and Tonys. She's won the Presidential Medal of Freedom. She is a proud New Yorker, and she is a proud daughter of the Caribbean as well. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest artists to ever grace this stage at Gracie Mansion for sure. And I want to tell you, look. And she's so wonderful, I have a special proclamation. And I want to do something formally. Charlene, would you be kind enough to hold that? I want to do something formally. You know, Sicily, I represent 8.5 million people. And sometimes I get to speak for all of them. Sometimes New Yorkers agree on something. I think we can all agree on Cicely Tyson, right? So on behalf of 8.5 million New Yorkers, as mayor of this great city, I declare today, Tuesday, August 29th, 2017, in the city of New York as Cicely Tyson Day. Hold it up for the cameras there. Are you ready for her? All right. Cicely, I've even given you an extra step.
Are you implying that I am short?
Never.
All right. Well, sir, my mother would say, come go around with the pumpkin now. I tell you, I wish that she was here today, because I think nothing would thrill her more than to be in your presence. Yes, absolutely. I came here through a mother and father who are from the island of Nevis. We have some divisions here. I want to hear you. All right. Thank you. And you know, my maternal grandmother was born in Barbados. All right. I spent my entire life steeped in West Indian culture. I mean, there wasn't an event that was given by any island that was not attended by all. If I sing 10 rum bottles standing in the wall for one more time, I think I would lose my mind. I tell you, we went from Macbeth to Duke of Iron, singing every single West Indian calypso that was out there. We attended, we did not go anyplace else but to West Indian events. And you know something? I'm pleased that we didn't, because the next generation, it's just amazing. The next generation has passed it on to the next generation. I have here a family of 3 generations, and every single one of you can tell you, every single one of them can tell you everything there is to know about the West Indies. I mean, I have a nephew here whose mother and father took him to Africa for I think it was his 13th birthday. Devin, where are you? Where are you, Devin?
Over there.
Go back there.
Devin, at the age of, how old were you? How old were you when they took you to Africa?
10.
10. He was 10 years old when he was taken to Africa for a birthday. And he was asked to speak to the young people there. And he spoke so well that they made him a chief of that island. He is the youngest chief of Africa in existence. Okay? So, you know, one of the things you talk about, having pride in who you are and what you are and why you are. You have to know why you're here, all right? And the reason that you are placed on this earth is because you have a mission to perform. And you're not going to leave here until you do. And people wonder why I am here so long. I wonder myself why I'm here so long. I am the sole surviving member of my immediate family. I have no mother, no father, no sister, no brother. So God has me here for a reason. I don't know what it is He wants from me still, but I'm willing to stay here until I can't tell you that I know more than anything else that I would never be in this position if it were not for your support. I can't tell you how grateful I am that you all have been with me all these years. All these years. And I'm asking you to just stay with me because your support is boundless. It's what keeps me going. And if I am able to just change one person, just one, I'm grateful. God bless you, and thank you for being here.
Cicely Tyson, ladies and gentlemen. Wasn't that beautiful? Well, I think we're all inspired now. So everyone, enjoy this beautiful gathering. Feel at home in your house, the people's house, and we will see each other bright and early Monday on Eastern Parkway. Thank you. God bless you all.